Welcome to all Atmas. Today, under God's second commandment, to spread the message of peace from various religious philosophies, to eradicate religious intolerance, and to make everyone to live in harmony with the entire mankind as one world family of Deva Kutumbakam, to bring peace to humanity and world peace. This is a message every day is giving to remind the mankind to follow. And in that respect, every day is giving one religious philosophies message from one religious philosophies. Sunday we have seen Judaism and Christianity. Monday we have seen Hinduism's Bhagavad Gita. And today, Tuesday, we are going to see the message of peace from Jainism philosophy. Today, we are going to touch upon the path of liberation as told in Jainism philosophy. Faith, knowledge and conduct together constitute the path of liberation. So one should have faith on God, faith on themselves. And one should gain knowledge about this life, the knowledge about the spirituality in us. To know I am Atma, I am not the body. And inside the Atma, the Paramatma lies. This is the main knowledge one should gain. And right conduct. Conduct in the sense you should always be generous, kind, express universal love towards all, see God in all. When these three things are together there, it constitutes the path for liberation. If this is followed in the right way, it will lead to liberation. So these three things has to be followed in the right way. That will lead to liberation. Otherwise, it will lead to bondage. So for instance, if you have faith on God, it should not be only for the sake of showing that you have faith, for others to praise you. No, that is lead to bondage. Similarly, knowledge what you gain, if you show them with ego, that I know everything, that is not the real path for liberation. It only leads to bondage. There are people who know, who got great knowledge, but they show to the people and as if they want to protect themselves as guru. So that is only leads to bondage because they want to add more disciples to them. And by adding more disciples, they want to see more income they earn. These are all lead to bondage. Similarly, conduct. Your conduct should be pure and perfect and not a boastful conduct to show it outside that you are a great person. No, that is not the right conduct. One unfit for liberation may develop faith and have knowledge of the religion, show some liking for it and perform it. But all this he does to attain some worldly pleasures and not annihilate the karmas. So, one is unfit for liberation, who such person may develop faith and have knowledge of the religion. They will have faith and they have knowledge of the religion. They know about entire philosophies. But they show some liking for it and perform it. But all this to attain some worldly pleasures and not to annihilate the karma. There are some people who have knowledge, but they project themselves as gurus, as I told you, to enjoy the worldly pleasures, to get more desires, more money, and want to enjoy the pleasures. That will not annihilate the karmas. One who aspires for merit, aspires for worldly well-being in this mundane world, because merit can ensure only a higher state of existence, and it is a cessation of merits, punya karma, that leads to liberation. One who aspires for merit, what is the merit? Merit is the punya karma. Some people do a lot of donations to the poor, to the people. Aspires for worldly well-being in this mundane world. They say you are doing punya by giving donation to people, donation to the poor, and show it as a boastful activity just to gain the worldly recognition. But this is a punya karma, there is no doubt about it. But punya karma only adds for higher existence, but it does not lead to liberation. Only when the cessation of this merits, only even the cessation of this punya karma only leads to liberation. Know that inauspicious karma begets misery, while auspicious karma generates worldly happiness. But now, can it be said that auspicious karma results in happiness when it leads to mundane existence? Inauspicious karma are the negative karmas. It only gets misery. While auspicious karma are the punya karma that brings happiness. But can we say that auspicious karma results in happiness when it leads to mundane existence? But thing is, punya karma or papa karma, it only leads to continuance of existence. It not leads to liberation. Just as a fetter, place a chain around your feet, whether it is made of gold or iron, binds a person, so also karma, be it auspicious, inauspicious, binds the soul. So, if you put a chain, whether it is gold or iron, around your legs, it will create a bondage and you are not able to move. Similarly, whether a karma is good karma or bad karma, it's only a karma, and as long as karma is there, one cannot expect liberation. It only binds the soul. Only thing is, auspicious karma brings happiness, wealth, everything. Inauspicious karma brings misery, everything, sorrow, everything. Only the difference. That's what both are create bondage too. Better it is to go to heaven observing vows and austerity than to suffer acutely in hell by committing forbidden deeds. There is a great difference between one who stands in the shade and others standing in the sun. So, if you see what is auspicious, whether one is which is better, auspicious and auspicious karma. So, if you have auspicious karma, you will go to heaven. So, better it is go to heaven observing vows and austerity than to suffer acutely in hell. If you do inauspicious karma, you will acutely suffer in hell by committing forbidden deeds. So there is a great difference between one who stands in shade. The one who stands in shade will get the relief, whereas one who stands in the sun will be suffer. So knowledge, faith, conduct, and austerity together constitute the pathway of liberation, as told by the omniscient who possesses the perfect knowledge. So the real Guru, who is Atma Guru inside you, he tells the truth that knowledge, faith, conduct, and austerity together constitute the pathway of liberation. Austerity means it will follow strict discipline of self-control, self-restraint, and not to get boosted by anything. We have to remain unattached to anything. And simplicity is the main way of attaining the austerity. You should gain good spiritual knowledge. You should have faith in you, faith in God in you, and should follow the universal love, the conduct of universal love, and follow simple living. If these things are there, that is the pathway for liberation. As told by the omniscient, that is Atma Guru, who possesses the perfect knowledge. He who has detached himself from sensual pleasures liberates himself soon from the worldly suja. So, one who is detached from the sensual pleasures. Sensual pleasure means what these five senses drags you from the external Maya world. If one restrains from this, one gets detached from this, then he attains this. He liberates himself soon from this worldly saga. Knowledge enables one to know the truth. Austerity enables one to purify the soul. And self-restraint enables one to give up the forbidden deeds. So knowledge, the spiritual knowledge enables one to know the truth about our very existence, why we are born. We are born to release this karma. How? By fulfilling our duties without attachment. This is the truth. Austerity enables one to purify the soul. Purification of soul means always when you remain austere, simple living, decent living, without any attachment, that purifies your soul. And self-restraint enables one to give up forbidden deeds. Self-restraint, see, when these five senses are dragged by the external Maya world, it creates a feeling of desire, greed, lust, all these things. One who have self-restraint, they can overcome this forbidden, that leads to so many forbidden deeds that you can avoid. It is the declaration of Jina Dharma that the accomplishment of the above three in their entirety begets emancipation. That is knowledge, austerity, and self-restraint. When these three are accomplished in entirety, that begets you the emancipation. So that is the Jina Dharma. One should have the knowledge, austerity, and self-restraint to attain the emancipation of. A person who renounces the worldly pleasures, although he is capable of enjoying them, destroys the great heap of karmas, which ultimately yields the fruit of emancipation. The one person who renounces the worldly pleasures, who completely renounces it, and though he remains in this world, he is not attached to anything. Although he is capable of enjoying them, though he remains in this and see everything but remains unattached, he destroys the great heaps of karma, which ultimately yields the fruit of emancipation. One who swims along with the current of the worldly life is entangled in the cycle of birth and death. One who swims against it gets liberated. So, one who swims with the current of the worldly life, one who moves along with the worldly life and enjoys its pleasures, they get entangled in the cycle of birth and death. But one who fights against it, swims against it, is whatever be the pleasures, one should not get attached. That means the one who swims against, they get liberated. I have heard and experienced that bondage and liberation are within yourself. So, only thing is one should know that both bondage or liberation is within you. It is up to you. Up to you means up to the buddhi, up to the mind to take which path you want to. Whether you want to take the path of liberation or the path of bondage. It is only up to you to decide. This is what the Jina Dharma tells to the mankind. So, with the use of sixth sense of discriminative intelligence, one should tread in the path of gaining knowledge, following the self-discipline, austerity, self-restraint, and to carry on all our duties without attachment. Without attachment to these worldly pleasures. Just carry on your duties. Duties through whom? By which means? By doing your duties to the souls with whom you are bonded. All the souls with whom are bonded in this life is a path through which you release your karma by doing your duty to them. That's all. This Atma leaves this body. We don't have any attachment to these souls. But in this life, when our Atma is in this body, these bondages are created by God only to release our karma, not for anything else. So one should realize the truth and just do our duty to these souls with whom we are bonded. And these souls includes the world at large. So whatever duty you do, whether you do for your personal family or to the society, the world at large, nothing you should get attached. You should do as a self-surrender, offer everything at his feet, and carry on his instructions for the human peace and world peace. Thank you.